So as I already told you, I have delivered the two part. The first part I will telling you, I'll be convey you how this data visualization so helpful for the data scientist. Okay. So in data visualization, so let's ask. Okay. In a data visualization, important for the data science. So in a data scientist, what is the need of the data visualization? So the data visualization basically used for the data analysis purpose, and you will get easily detect the outlier before you knowing to the data. Second thing, you may be validate your model, whatever assume, and you have to identify the correlations relationship between the pair of variables. So that is the basic objective of your data visualization technique. And then what is data visualization? The data visualization is nothing but a communication. So what will communicate? The communicate is nothing but your information you can communicate from one place to another places. As I use the data visualization technique, so what is the use of data visualization for the scientist purpose, right? So for being a data analytics, so what is your role become data analytics, right? So let me tell you one example here. By using, you can say here. So by tuning the data information, so here what happened, the information may be the data, and we can call the data maybe the one type of data you can passes to one place to another place, means communicate from one place to another places. And what the objective of the communication one place to another places? The objective is called the decision making. So for better decision making, you have to transfer the data in showcase the data in multi-dimensional data, or maybe more dimensional data, dimensional deduction you can use, or you can use the data in a different perspective. You can different value of the data. Otherwise, you can put in a different type of data, how to the correlation among the pair of data, or you can take the easily decision on the basis of your practical example line. Now, easier to understanding and highlighting the trend of outlier. As I already told you, outlier means, as you know, the data point is beyond your imagination. So suppose you can take the age value, right? Suppose I can collect the age of all the participants and I got the some value aging 285. So 285 is never possible. So this 285 age is nothing but your outlier, right? So before analysis of data, if you visualize the data, so raw data, so you can get the easily outlier. So the outlier you may be removed. Another point is that translating information in a visual context. So what will the data, raw data is there? So you have to, information should be transferred in terms of visual context, means some visible type of data. So I will coming to the picture, what are different type of visual context is there. Another point is that the relationship between among the variables. So basically the three type of relation in a data analysis point of view. One is called the positive relation. This is the, if your x variable this one and y direction this one, the pair of axis we can find out, we can call the xy relation, the positive relation. For example, I can say that the student having the CGPA, right? Student having a CGPA and student having given effort, right? If effort is more, then your CGPA will be the more. So this is a positive relation, right? Suppose income and expenditure, your income is more, your expenditure also more. That is called the positive correlation, right? The negative correlation, what happened? The trend will be looks like. So here x variable and y variable you can suppose, for example, the student data. Suppose a particular student more time. Suppose a particular student having more time on invest in your social network, spending time in social network, or spending time in WhatsApp, then your CGPA will be the less. Okay, the CGPA will be the less if you time more spending in case of social media, right? So this is a negative correlation. And come to no correlation. No correlation means there is no such relation between x and y variable. For example, your income, my expenditure, or my income, your expenditure, right? So for your age, CGPA, if your age increases, is no effect on CGPA, right? So this is called the no such relation between the pair of variables. So this type of relation you can get it with the value of the help of the data visualization. And one method says that we can definition. Now visualization basically a cognitive process. So what is cognitive process? Now what you thinking, what you perceive, and how to interpret the data on the basis of the output of the image. Suppose a raw data is there, then you analyze some raw data, you got the visualization process, right? So once you got the visualization process, the output should be in terms of the graphical image, right? So once you do in terms of graphical image, so you have to, being an analyst, you have to interpret the data or interpret the result from the graphical presentation. So that is the nothing but how you perceive from the data, how to analyze the data, and more information you can retrieve from the data. That is nothing but your cognitive process. Any visual representation, the domain space may be the graphics, maybe image, maybe animated sequence, or maybe some video clips, or maybe a sound augmentation in kind of present data. So these are the informations are hidden behind the data. So once you analyze the data, you will get the analysis on the output as a visual pictorial representation in terms of the complex data, in terms of event or process or object. So you have to design, and finally you have to what you can call the interpret of the particular result, right? Now, how data visualization works? So data visualization works in different way. I will coming to one by one. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Data visualization is nothing but a communication. So as I already told you, the what type of communication? The visual text communication between the pair of persons, or you can pair of variables, or pair of systems, or you can call the one entity to another entity. Now look at here. Now I'm just asking to the participants, just tell me quickly, and 2 to 3 participants, what you're looking here. Tell me. My screen is visible or not? My screen is visible? Hello? My screen is visible to all? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So
You are
can you
audible?
tell me one?
Absolutely.
I'm responding one. I'm expecting response from one participant. What you are looking here? Tell me. Anyone participant can tell me quickly. Glass of water. Okay, very good. And any other response? Half glass water. Very good. Any other response? Quickly, anyone can tell me what is it? Okay, you already half glass water. Only someone told. Then any other new information? Okay, half glass empty. Okay, very good. Set of glass. Very good. Okay. Okay, anyway. So these all are the response I received from the participants. Someone saying the set of glass of water, someone saying the half glass of water, someone saying half empty, someone saying half full. Okay, so these are the called the one perception from your end, right? So here let me tell you. So how you know it's a glass of water or glass of acid? Or someone saying glass of white wine. How you know? So this feature is not there. Are you getting or not? So this feature is not there. So it looks like a half glass of water. He may be a half glass of acid. He may be a half glass of what can call the white wine. Okay. So you cannot to predict unless until you are not testing it, right? So here, lot of hidden features are there in the behind the data visualization process. So, so here what we'll do, we can find out the another point. So in a data visualization techniques, you've got the raw data in a different form. So raw data may be in a tabular form, or raw data may be in CSV, comma separate value form. Okay, and raw data may be some we can call the text data, or you can retrieve from the data from the cloud or something else, right? So what we'll do, this raw data, you just formulate into the table format. So why make the table format? Because to retrieve the data is so smoothly you can retrieve, and one data point you can retrieve from any places, or on particular data you can retrieve many times. So that's why you make in a tabular format, right? So in a row and column combination format, you can put the decision of the tabular format. So we can retrieve any type of data, we can use it, right? Then after that, what we'll do, you can find it in a visual structure. In the visual structure, there's a many type of visual structures are there. We can find out the pie chart, or you can put the bar chart, you can put the heat map, we can put the circular chart, we can put the ring chart, any type of visual format you can put. But thing is that how to design the visual structure, that depends upon what type of data set you have. Then after that, what happen? You can put the visualization process, and in the visualization process, what will do? The multiple view you can do. Suppose you can go multiple view means the 2D view, 3D view you can do. Then after visualization process, you assign the tasks to the user. So user finally what will do? You will be visualize the output. If the user is satisfied in your visualization output, then user will be give the satisfaction result. All else what will do? Visualization again you start the repetition process. So this is called the analysis computational synchronization tool. So on the basis of interaction of this primary objective and the secondary objective, you can go transforming, and unless until you are not satisfying the particular goal of your experiment. Now, principal graphical excellence says that in data visualization, the objective data visualization means it must be clarity. Clarity means whatever you are going to present, that must be too much clarity, means straightforward answer should be there, or straightforward clarity picture should be there. Precision means the objective or object must be precisely defined, and efficiency will be there, and maximize idea. What is maximize idea? I'm giving one example of a maximize idea. Maximize idea means from the visualization tool, more information you can retrieve. Again, I'm saying maximize idea means more extract the information from the visualization tool, that is the maximize idea. I'm giving one coming my picture, you get the maximize idea example. Now, the data visualization tools, as of now, different type of data visualization tools are used. Many companies, suppose Amazon, you're using the table format, then you can put you can put another tool is called the infograms are using by the and the IBM having own tool called the IBM Watson. So the fusion charts, so all the different tools are market available. So all the objective what will do, you can find a particular data set, you passes through the tool, and you will get some pictorial representation of your output. So which tool is better? It's not like that. You can put whatever you can tool use. Otherwise, you can by your own programming, you can develop your own method of the tool. But that depends upon what type of nature of your input. Now look at, I'm going to another example, the maximize idea. From the picture one, see all the are Indian map, right? The map of the India. Now this map, what happened? It will not get no information, right? Will no get no information. It's just like it's a skeleton map of your India map. So in compared to this picture, what will do? So here what happened? The boundary level of individual state here represent, right? So here what happened? The information is X. So here information is X plus. X plus means some extra information is there. What is the extra information? Now some boundary are represent, which is nothing but different state. But which state we don't know. Now coming to the third picture, you see the more information extraction, we call the X plus plus. So what is X here? X is nothing but information, right? In X plus plus, what happened? So each boundary levels are there. They also mention message what the state of the name of the state, right? Name of the state. Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, like that. And finally, you can call the X plus plus plus. Here what happens? The states are there and capital of the states also there, right? So these are called, this is called the most vital information of visualization tool. Visualization means VIGI, right? Always VIG, right? So this is called the, when you do any type of visualization tool, your objective must be this way. Means the output should be more extract the information rather than the less information, right? Hope everybody clear this one. Now, so in a data visualization technique, so you have to identify what graphical basics are required and details to make your visualization is more understandable purpose, right? So this is a basic two main objective of your data visualization techniques. Now in 10th century, see these type of data visualizations are there. So here what happened? You can, it's very difficult to understood. So let me, I understood what is the meaning of this one. This guy, suppose the person is Luna. Luna is this guy, and the looper is this guy, right? Whether it's Luna and looper, they know each other or no, we don't know. So what we'll do, you draw the perpendicular of these, and you draw the perpendicular of these. So here you can say that the Luna and Luna and looper, they know each other on the basis of the same school. So same, this may be the school, this may be the organization, this may be some society. So they know each other. So here what happened is very difficult to understand in a 10th century data visualization technique. In now 21st century, a lot of revolutions coming how to do the data visualization techniques. So this is the old methods of applying the maps in a rich information sources. It is this is Africa, it is India, this is London, the South is very difficult to identify the which person is the which country represent. Now this is the spatial data information. So this is nothing but your statistical, we can call the mean, median, mode, how to find the statistical the methods in a different type of year. Suppose this is the monthly outgoing year in 1967, 1968, 69, every year number 1972. When you picture it represent, so it is very difficult to understand what is the statistical features from the distribution, right? Now, when coming to this picture here, so we can find out so how many peoples are from the Norway and Sweden, Australia. So these are the nothing but the x-axis in the number of persons, and is the you know the we can call the death in per millions, right? When you plot this graph in a 10th century, so this type of data we can get it, right? Now in graphical basics, so now tell me here, just I want to tell how many sevens are there. Anybody can quickly tell me how many sevens are there? It is you have to take some time to count individual number, how many sevens are there, right? Now just look at this picture. I'm coming to next picture. How many sevens are here there? So you need some time to calculate, right? But in this picture, what happened? How many sevens are there? How many sevens are there? 6 sevens are there. How no? Here you are not count, right? Have you count here? No. So how to know 7? Because the data is visualized in terms of red color. Data visualized in terms of red color. So this is called the data visualization. So what will do? You have to visualize. You have to highlight the items we are looking, right? So that is called the data visualization. Now, what is the maximum number here? What is the maximum number? How to know maximum number? So, lot of comparison required. How to know the maximum number? A general logic saying that first number compare with second number, which is maximum, keep in your memory, and compare with next number, and compare with next number. Like that, you go and compare. So, finally you get the, so this is my highest number, right? This is called the maximum number. Now, coming to the next picture, what is the maximum number? So, automatically, this is my maximum number. Now, have you compared here? No. Why? Because you know the 30, 60 is maximum. Directly you look at which vertical row crosses the 60 and you identify this is my maximum number. So here what is the maximum number? Now 17th row, a 17th column is called the maximum number, right? So this is the objective of the data visualization. Now, another data visualization tell here, suppose I will tell you how to identify, everybody can make a graph, but which graph is more important, right? Suppose the number of students in your in university and number of sports are available, right? In a particular year, how many number of students are liking the basketball? How many number of students are the softball? How many number of students are scooter? How many number of students are like cricket ball, cricket? So like that, you to visualize. Now, this is for the person having no knowledge we can call the non-technical guy. So for non-technical guy is a farmer. The farmer don't know the technical aspect of the data visualization point of view. So what will do? The food grains output in West Bengal district or West Bengal state, what should be the food grains output in 2015, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, and 19, 20. So what I can do? You can find out this is in terms of tons. Okay, this on terms of tons, we can find the food grain output. So this is for the what we can call the non-technical guy. Okay. Now, for technical guy, what will do? You have to write in precisely, as I already told you, the clarity, precise, and we can call the more information retrieve. These are the three main features of the data visualization technique. So this is in my previous diagram. So this diagram, you see more precisely are there. You can find out the area of the east state and how many the we can call the island are there. Then what the waters are there, where the sea. So everything is there that you can identify. The which state is the biggest rice production. So on the basis, you can easily identify. Suppose we can say Uttar Pradesh having the biggest rice production as compared to the Odisha or the Chhattisgarh. So this is called the more information or quality information of the precise information. Now coming to the another picture. So here what we'll do, we can easily identify how to graphic essence of technical persons. When you compare each other, this method you compare each other and the blue and the red. So you have to compare each other. That's why you can put the parallel, we can call the x-axis or y-axis that we can define. Now, as you know, the nowadays data visualization become we can call the challenging task for the artificial intelligence and the Internet of people, then the gene sequence and Internet of Things. So more data means more need of the data visualizations. So data visualizations is nothing but your how to precise the information you can showcase to the society so that the people will be more information retrieved rather than the less information, and your output must be so much precisely and the accurately defined. So these are the points. So we can call the circle. One is called the triangular. One is called the square. You can represent. So we can define the different type of data visualization techniques. So these are the geometric objects through which you can represent the data. So these are scale and coordinate. When geometric object one's plus cells coordinate, it looks like this. So it will looks like this. This is a geometric object and the scale and coordinate you represent like this. So here in this way, we can element a particular plot. So now coming to different type of lines are there. The dotted line, the bar line, or stick line, or thick line, and the size of the value are there. Now we can. I'm going to explain what the meaning of this size. You see the small circle, little bit bigger circle, little bit bigger circle, little bit bigger circle. The bigger circle represent the high volume of data, and smaller circle represent the low volume of data, right? Similarly, the different type of color are represent use a different type of particular data set. The position, you can find the position 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. You can find a different type of color and each color representing the one position. I'm going to another example. Suppose in a summer season, so what happened? The temperature of the USA become too much high. So what happened? You can find the 4 countries on Chicago, San Diego, Houston, and Death Valley. So the data will looks like this. So what is the interpretation of this one? Anybody can tell me? What is the interpretation of this one? So interpretation of this one is saying that month of July, right? The maximum temperature at the Death Valley is nothing but you greater than 100 Fahrenheit, right? Similarly, another interpretation what will do in month of January, right? Chicago, in state Chicago, temperature is very less, around 20 Fahrenheit. But month of same January, other than Chicago, the Death Valley, Houston, and San Diego, more or less same temperature, or maybe 50 to 58. So this type of information we can retrieve from this figure. So this is called data visualization. Now look at here. Why I'm putting a different type of color? because each color represent one state of USA, and these are nothing but x-axis is nothing but temperature, and x-axis is nothing but your month, and y-axis is nothing but your temperature. So in this basis, we can interpret the data. The same data, another way I can represent, another way that is called the heat map. So this is the heat map. So heat map, what is the rule? Remember, in heat map, what will do? The highest darkness will be assigning the lowest value. Remember, it's very, very important. Highest darkness will be lowest value, and the lightest value color having the highest value. So this is lightest color, right? The highest value. Now you check what is the highest value here? 100. So highest temperature 100. Which country? Which country? Tell me. Death Valley. And which month? July. Now coming to here, July month, the death value and the light colors are there, the yellow, and the value is equal to 100. Are you understood or not? Tell me. You can ask any number of questions during my interaction, no problem. Okay. So, so in this way, the heat map, the beauty of the heat map. So dark value, the too much darkness is nothing but your lowest value, and the lightest color is nothing but the highest value, right? So in this way, you can apply the heat map. Similarly, other techniques are there. The group bar, I already told you the group bar. So group bar, where to apply group bar? For example, a student, particular student, suppose X student, okay, is appearing the different type of semester, first semester in BTech course, second semester, like that, eighth semester, right? So total engineering 8 semester. So in the first semester CGPA suppose 8.2, second semester suppose 8.1, third semester suppose 7.5. So when you project, so it's just like you can do it. This is first semester, this is second semester, this is third semester, this is fourth semester, this is 5 semester, right? In this way, 8 semester you can do. So in this way, we can call this is the CGPA of the 5 or up to CGPA 10, or this is the student of X student, right? Similarly, Y student, Z students are there, right? So this is called the individual, right? The group bar. Okay, so group. Similarly, the group bar parallel to x-axis and group bar parallel to y-axis. Similarly, stack bar, what will do? When you compare the two students means x1 compare with x2, right? So x1 student in first semester compare 8.2, and the x1 student in the same first semester, he suppose he got the 8.3. So in this case, what happened? The stacked bar. This is the student 1, student 2, student 3, like that you can do that. Similarly, heat map, I already told you. Similarly, the data visualization tools also are different type of bar, the parallel to x-axis, parallel to y-axis, and the dotted also you can represent, right? Now coming to the average, as I already told you, some data is missing. So July and August, so no need to put the data. You make it is empty, no problem. So what the data set is there, you just plot the graph, right? So here I'm not putting different type of color. So it is single color or unique color. You can put a different type of color for the simplicity. Now, what is the wrong here? Anybody can tell me what is the wrong here? Is there something wrong is there? Anybody can tell me? Anybody can tell me what is the wrong here? On this visualization graph, what is the wrong here? Please tell me, any student? Any student can tell me? Wrong axis. What does mean wrong axis? What does mean wrong axis? Names should be at X. Name is already there. We can gross in terms of million in USD. That is my x-axis. Is already there. Where should be good? What does mean where? Okay, so let me tell you here. Gross should be at y-axis. No, not like that. I told you we can parallel to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. No problem. So what the problem is that Suppose these are the, we can call the different person, right? Or different place or different persons, okay? And these are the weekend gross million in USD, right? Now you tell me, in Star Wars, what should the value? What should the value? What should the million gross USD? What that meaning? So you see, my last boundary, is 60 million USD. But what is the meaning of this one? So up to this, right? I have no meaning. I have no data. Up to this, I can predict less than 60. Up to this, I can put here less than 40. This may be less than 10. This may be greater than 10 or less than 20. But this I cannot predict. That means is greater than 60. What does mean greater than 60? Maybe 70, maybe 80, maybe 100, maybe 1000, maybe 2000. I don't know. So here what happens? The moment you put the value in a particular boundary, is exceed the boundary. The Star Wars exceed the boundary. So you can put here boundary should be in particular level 100. Right? Hope everybody clear, understood, right? Should I proceed? Similarly, same thing, we can find out here Star Wars is overcosted the limit. Similarly, here also same thing. The median income of a particular age of group in New York City. So here what happened? The $60,000 is exit the cross. So this value I cannot predict what exactly meaning. So here what happened? The median income gradually increases. The median income gradually increases. So what will do? You have to find another row and put the value is equal to dollar maybe 90,000. Okay. So this is called the more precisely output you have to do. Same case in this case also same. Okay. In between these three, we cannot predict what exactly value is it. Okay. Now, what the sometimes what happen, the bars are also not good, right? Sometimes bars. Now, what is the problem here? Tell me, what is the problem here? So here, absolutely no problem, but visualization is not apparently good. Now, how to represent? So no need to write. So in this case, my objective is what should be my life expectancy of in different country. So what is the need of write every time one bar? So we can find only 1 point instead of 1 bar, right? Just look at this picture and look at coming picture. You can easily recognize which one is more appropriate visualization tool. This is one and this is one. Just look at here. This is one, this is one, right? Which one is good? Are you getting or not? So here, so no need to write all labels are from 111, the row value. So why not you identify the last data point? No need to put all the data points. See, this is the data point. So this is more visualization tool than as compared to the previous one. As I already told you, in distributions, the histogram will tell the mean, median, mode of a particular data set, and density plot, the Poisson distribution, Paul distribution, they will tell, and the cumulative distance function, then Q plot. So histogram show frequency, this is the count, and these are the different type of multiple distributions. And this is a box plot. The box plot basically used for the first quartile and second. This is the first quartile and median. This is the outlier. The third quartile, standard deviations. All the values you can easily get the by using box plot. So now I'm coming to my data set. So let me tell you how to work. So this is the high. This is the bigger circle. That what is the meaning of bigger circle? High correlation, right? The smaller circle, low correlation, right? Similarly, heat map, what happened? More dark, low correlation. Light dark, high correlation, right? You see here, the more dark, the negative correlation. Light dark, the positive correlation, like that. Okay. So this is one type of data visualization. See the correlation coefficient matrix, how it looks like your data visualization technique. Now I'm coming to my data set. Uh, Coming to data set. Now I'm showing data set, how to do it. Yeah. My screen visible?
Yes, sir. Your screen
Okay.
is visible.
Okay, so I'm coming to now the second part of presentation. So I will run the R programming here, so you can easily get it. So basically, I'm going to represent in your social network data how you can represent in social network data in a different form. Okay. So for that, what will do? You find the library iGraph. Okay, and you can find here fully connected graph. That means you the command is like that, make full graph. So what the make full graph? The graph represent the suppose a particular person known the 5 person. Okay. So what happened? The particular person, each person known each other. That is called a fully connected graph, right? So fully connected graph. In the fully connected graph, what will do? Now, what are the number of edges? If n is equal, if node is equal to n, if n is equal to 5, so how many number of edges? Now n into n minus n plus 1 by 2. So this number of edges are required, right? In this case, so what will do? The command is that the how many number of node you want, and the directed is false. Directed false means there should be no direction. Okay. If no direction means so x pointing to y, that means x direction y. If y direction to y x, that means y pointing to x. For example, I send a friend request to Dr. Abhishek, right? So I send a friend request to Dr. Abhishek. That means I directed to Dr. Abhishek. Okay. So once Dr. Abhishek received the friend request, that means Dr. Abhishek connecting to me, I also connecting to Dr. Abhishek. Okay. So in this case, what happened? We calculate the degree. So what is in degree? Now in degree means how many arrow direction towards you, that is called in degree. How many arrow direction away from you, that is called out degree. So total degree is equal to in degree plus out degree, right? So this is the, I think you have understood. Now the fully connected graphs, we make it is the now you can plot the fully connected graph. Now just see the output. Plot full graph. See, this is the plot full graph. The screen visible. So here what happened? This particular node 1. So I have given 5 number node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is called the fully connected graph. Okay. Now, now I'm going to explain this one fully connected. Suppose I put directed is equal to true. So let's see. Directed is equal to true. Then you draw the graph. Now see the output. See. So in previously what happened? So there's no direction. Now there's the arrow direction is there, right? So this is called the fully connected directed graph. Previously fully connected undirected graph, right? Now I'm going to explain. Suppose a ring graph. So for ring graph, what will do? You make it is a graph in particular ring, and you draw what the formula for that? The command, you make a ring, and how many node you want to? So 8 node, and directly it is false. So you make a circular, right? So this one you run the program, and you run the program. Now you show the output. Now see this is a ring structure, right? Okay. So 1 connected to 2 connected to 3, like that 8 7. This is undirected. Similar directed, what will do? The same thing. You make the direction is equal to what? True. So direction is false. Now direction become. Now you run. Now you run here. You can see the. Now see the direction. Got it? Now I'm going to explain here. Now suppose a star. Suppose you can call your server and the client. Suppose in your lab, what happened? One server, 20 clients are there, right? So how to represent in a data visualization technique, right? So all the clients are connecting the server. So for that, what happened? Make a star topology in a network called the star topology. So same is just like here. Star graph, the center. So in this case, what happened? You have to specify these 10 number of nodes who will become center. So you have to identify, okay? You make the 2 is the center, and rest 1 to 9 other than the 2 become the connect to the center 2. So here what will do, you make it is here, then you can put run, then you make the graph, you can see the output. See, 2 is the center, and rest 1 to 8 or 1 to 9 are the where you can do the client. So these are the client and this is the server, right? So this is the one type of data visualization in a social media. Suppose in this case, what happened in a social media context? What is the example? Suppose in your chief minister Mamata Banerjee, right? So everybody send request to Mamata Banerjee, right? That means you know Mamata Banerjee, but Mamata Banerjee don't know you, right? If two is sending a friend request to 8 means 2 accept the friend request of 8, that means 2 8 they know each other. So in this case, what happened? Only 8 know the 2, 3 know the 2, like that 9 know the 2, right? But 2 don't know the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. So this is the one of the example in social network. We can find another example. We will find. So this is the different type of we can call the ring structure and the fully connected graph. You want to put a random graph. A random graph basically used for the social network analysis. For that, you write the number of nodes and the strength of each node, and directly it will false. We can find the node. Use look at here. The output. See, this is a random graph, right? In random graph, what happened? So if you run, dynamically it will change. The same command you run, you took the another picture. So let's see how it looks. So you look at this one. I run the program again. So output looks also different. Now see different. Okay. So in this way, you dynamically allocated this one. So this is the one program. Now I'm coming to the data set. So this is the overall tool I told you. Then coming to the data set. Similarly, this is also same thing. So how to know the degree of graph? So you can go for the degree of the graph. We can run the graph. Then Control L. Know the degree of graph. You can put here. Now you see 1, 3, 2, 4, 4. So 1, 3, 2, 4, 4 means this is the graph. You remember 1, 3, 2, 4, 4. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 4, 4 means this is 1. Degree 1 means 1 is connected to 5 only. 1, 3, 2, 4, 4. 2 is, what is 2? This degree is 2. 2 degree means 2 is connected to 5, 2 connected to 2 itself. And 5 is 4 degree. What is the 4 degree? Now 5 connected to 4 vertices, right? So this is called the degree. Now I'm going to explain with the help of the some program. Okay. Now Control N. So I've already given this dataset link. I hope everybody got the data. So for that, what will do? You require diagram, you run the program, and you load the data set. So as of now, what I've discussed is the data set I'm not created anywhere. So I just showing you for the basic demonstration what data will represent and how a graphical looks like your ring, or you can the random graph, or you can call the well connected graph like that. Okay. But this is a program I'm going to explain in some data set is there, how the data set is useful to data visualization by using R programming. Okay. So the command is there, read the CSV file, the comma separated value, and the social network data CSV. The data is available in GitHub. You can download it and store in your system. And your header is equal to. Header is equal to means what are the attributes are there in that data set that should be visualized. So you can extract. Okay. So that is the header is 2. Now let us see what will do. You can find the data, then you run the program. Then data you store, where you store? In a data store. And you see, these are the data. So what are the data? So these are the data. So having first, second, and third, fourth. Fourth column is the in data having 4 column. One is called the first, second, and grade and spec. Okay. So grade spec, I'll tell you later what is meaning. So this I'm interested for these two. Why? Because the first 2 columns are nothing but one person, right? Suppose A is one person name, DD is one person name, AB is another person name, right? So whether they are connecting each or not. So they're connecting each or not. So that I have to identify. Okay. So view data is there. Then to extract this data, this 4 column, I want to put in my data frame after extracting these 2 column only. So how to extract? Now dollar, the attribute name, and dollar second attribute name. The first attribute is first. You look at here. The second attribute is second. So what will do? I extract data and dollar first. That means total column should be extracted. Here second column I extracted. Where I put in my own data frame, right? Then I run this program. Then the view y, the moment you view y, you see here only I got the 2 column, right? Third column, fourth column, I have never collected, okay? Because it's not required for me for the timing, okay? Now, so what will do? I have to create my network graph. So this I have to create by own by using command. So the net is nothing but my output figure where this stored. The command is like that, graph dot data frame. That means what are the data frame you have, you formulate the graph. So from whom? Now y is the input and directed is a tree. Directed means there must be a direction each other. So that's why directed is true, right? So what is the meaning of this one? I'm given instruction to the compiler. Please create, Mr. Compiler, please create this one. Please create one data frame and you put in a graph and store in a net. Okay. So I just put here and run the program and I just view the net. You see here all the data points, you'll view these data points around. Now I'll go for view. Environment is there. I can clear this picture. So these are the 52 data points are there. Look at here, 52 data points are there. So the moment I'm coming to the what exactly data point, what are they? So here total number of data point is equal to 52. I have to compute, right? Now, when you compute the VNet, visualize the V.net, see all the data points. So what are the 52? Now AA is one data point, we can call the node. AB is one node. Similarly, this is called the 21st, and this is 22nd, this is 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So this is my 52. So 52 data points are there. Data point means different node. I'm telling node. Node means one person. Okay. Now, how they are connect each other? So I have to define a label to each other. Now the v dot name label is equal to name. I'm putting the name and I assign some degree. As a degree, I already told you, for in degree, out degree. Suppose I send request to someone, so my out degree is equal to 1 and total degree is equal to 1, right? Similarly, I define here degree. Then the moment I identify all this one, now look at here. I'm going to explain, this is most important. How many nodes are there? How many nodes are there? 52 nodes, right? Now look at here, I'm going to explain this one. Out of 52 nodes, 35 nodes having the degree of 10. Are you getting or not? Out of 52 nodes, 35 nodes having degree of vertices is equal to 10. Similarly, what happened? Only 5 nodes having degree is equal to 20, right? Similarly, there is a no node whose degree of vertices is equal to 60, but only 1 and 2 nodes whose degree of vertices is equal to 70. So what is the mean degree? Particular node, suppose 50 degree, that means the particular node connecting to 50%. Are you getting or not? Connecting to 50%. Okay. Suppose my degree is equal to 60. That means I know the 60%. Are you getting or not? I know the 60%. Okay. Similarly, when you apply this plot graph, now look at here. This particular node in social and network analysis, this guy is known each other, right? This guy FC don't know to anyone. DB know the FC because DB friend request sent to FC. GC know the AA because GC send a friend request to AA. So this is called the one visualization. So where all the data points, all 52 data points are clubbed each other, and you can visualize all the 50 data points who connect into others. Right? Now, for simplicity, you find out here. Now look at here. In this case, what happened? Those entity or those node point having more number of connectivity or more number of high degree, that is the different what? Bigger circle. I told you now that bigger circle having more data points. This is the bigger circle having more data points. These are very, very few circles having lowest data point. That means the degree is equal to very, very less, 1 degree. So having more degree. So how many number more degree? In a datagram I told you in a visualization, 35 nodes having maximum number of high degree. So these are 35 nodes are there. So this is called the data visualization technique in your data science, right? So this is the overalls. I think it's completed. Yeah, this is completed. So anything you can ask me, any doubt? So I conclude here. So this is the overall picture of, as I already told you, the data visualization technique, how it will be work, and by using some demonstration in social network analysis, how it will be demonstration your own network on the basis of some R programming. Right? Any data, any doubt you can ask me.
I'm requesting all the participants, please type your question in the chat box.
How can you decide which graph? Okay, so it's a very good question. So what we'll do, that depends upon your type of variable. Suppose you having two type of variable, one is the x component, y component. You want to establish the relationship between two variable, then you go for the line chart, then the scatter plot like that. Okay, if you can multimodal data, then you go for the other type of chart like your heat map or your bubble chart, that type of we can use. Okay, that depends upon what type of data set you have. Any question? How can a non-CSE student can learn data science and the analytics? So can you please suggest a research area? You have any question, please write it. Where use the box? Okay, where use the box for that? If you know the statistical analysis, for example, particular data set, you find the first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and the outlier, then mean, median, mode. Okay, for that you need the box plot graph. What should be done with the superior data or missing information? If you got the particular numeric value, then you collect the mean centering. Suppose I collect the age of a 20-30 guy. I got one student have no idea about the age. So what will do, you take the mean value of all this previous data, you take the mean value of in that place. So in this way you can find the missing value prediction. And any others? Any source from where can get the help of making graphs? Okay, you can use the different type of tools are there. You can use the R programming, as I already told you, by using McGee graph or ring graph you can do. Otherwise Tableau is there that you can use. Some techniques you can use. So lot of graphical tools are available nowadays. Next, anybody? Which software database? Which software? I already told you in that Tableau we can use, so no problem. Data visualization techniques. If you are to own data visualization technique, then programming R or Python you can use by your own coding. Anything else? Okay, how can you choose which type of graph is suitable which place? So that depends between data set. Purely suppose you want to find the establish the relationship between the pair of data set, then you go for the line chart or bubble chart, or you can the scatter plot. Okay, or you can what any reference of advanced Excel? Yes, advanced Excel also tools are there, but Excel what will do? You have to write the coding for that. But here what happened? You supply the data and you collect the which method automatically draw. Excel people are still are using. I agree. People are still are using Excel. Anything else? Anything else? Multi-dimensional data. Okay, so if your data set having more than one features, so multimodal data visualization is there, right? For that, you use the multimodal data. Heat map is one of the techniques of the multimodal data we can represent. Oh, where can you use? We can use GitHub. You can data set. You can find out, or Kaggle data set is there. We can get the large data set. All are free. Otherwise, in IEEE website is there for data set. You can get it. Anything else, madam? Thank you. Anything else? Tell me.
So there is a question I can say from my end. From Kaggle, which data set can we refer to?
Yeah. From Kaggle side, you can call it, no problem. I participate 1 week versus, oh, okay, Professor Gavel. Yeah. How are you? Yeah, good. After long year, you are participant here. Good to see you here. Yeah, I remember in 2013, I created one data visualization by using R language at that time. Yeah. Any other doubt? Tell me.
Sir, there is another question, how to
Yeah.
integrate J3.js in R programming.
Yeah, there is a command is there. So I'll share you that command how to link with these two files. There is a command is there. Okay. What
Thank you,
today
sir.
I
There is-
explain,
yes.
what today going to explain, I just given some coding to for the social network analysis point of view. Okay. So that is the objective, I mean, data visualizations, as I already told.
Okay, there is another question. The data analyst in data analytics, is there any loss after dimension reduction?
No, actually, what will do when you apply any dimension reduction technique, you have to keep in your mind that data should not be lost. So, what will do? The same data in a n dimensional data you represent in a 2D format, right? So, data should not be lost. So, that is most important. PPT for all 5 days. Okay, my PPT I'll share with you. No problem. I think I already shared. Call it you talk with Professor Abhishek sir.
All the PPTs and all the video lectures also we will be sharing in the groups. Okay.
Yeah, I also give my PPT coding also. R code also today I'll supply you. Okay, no problem. I'll give you.
I don't have any more queries in my end, so I would like to share my screen. This is a small token of appreciation from our side. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Being
very
with
much.
us
Thank you very much.
last day session. This is a small token of appreciation from Sustainability University, India, Department of Computer Science. We would like to thank all our speakers and participants to have your patience in all 5 days and have a good journey with us. Definitely, we will be coming in the future with another few activities with trending topics. And I'm just requesting all of you to kindly fill up the attendance form and also do the assignment and submission of your assignments by today only, and your examination or assessment form will be shared with you. All the details are already given in the WhatsApp group. So positively, please appear the examination. So your certificate will be issued within coming 7 days. Thank you all. Thank you once again. And I'm ending the session here. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.